Hello all, my name is Sriharsha. I am working in Texas Instrument as analog engineer. I completed my B.Tech in 2020 in electrical engineering and completed my masters at IIT Delhi in integrated electronic circuits. B.Tech is a very significant step for anyone's life. So mine is electrical. So I will mainly talking about digital electronics, analog electronics, power systems, power electronics, and many other subjects which are like a stepping stone before you join to M.Tech. And so when I was studying, so I was more oriented like power systems, power electronics, and machines. And but also I like bit of like analog electronics and digital because they were more logical into it. So while cracking the interviews for any MTech, so it helped me a lot to study on analog electronics and digital electronics. So I focused more on that and I pursue a branch of VLSI, which is Integrated Electronics and Circuits in IIT Delhi. I'm working in Texas Instruments as analog engineer. Basically, I'm in a rotation program. So the rotation program is such that where you will get a flavor of design verification, and as well as validation. So let's give me one small example. Like in labs, we generally use op-amp, LM series, something like that. So we generally design the op-amp in, let's suppose, like LT Spice only. Let's for your convenience. In LT Spice, we design the op-amp schematic. Then after the schematic is done, we test across the corner like temperature, all voltages are meeting all temperatures and across the slow, fast corners. Then we do a design verification. It comes in design verification. After everything is gone, it goes to a fabrication. So when fabrication, then the silicon comes, we do a validation. So these are the three main skills in VLSI: design verification, and validation. So these three skills is taught. So I recently rotated to design verification after the validation has been completed. So the thing the BTEC helped me most is that it cleared my concept and masters helped me to master over that. So it's a mix of both BTEC and MTech which helped me to get there. So regarding the skills I want to talk about is that so everyone thinks that it is a VLSI company. Everyone will talk about analog electronics, digital electronics that help me a lot. That I don't disagree with that point. I agree with that point that that helped me. But one thing that I want to ask is that so actually I'm some days recently back I was working on very high frequency, high power things. So there was one lecture in power systems which they taught about the reflection part, and that strike me when I was studying in BTech because when you do a specialization in MTech and VLSI, there is no such high voltage and high power thing will come. So when I was studying in BTech, that thing helped me with power system thing. So power system reflection coefficient and how you calculate it, and that I included when I doing a validation for one of the devices. So I think power system thing I will add at once. So one of the biggest transition that is that converting from offline to online mode of studies. And second thing, in BTech, I used to help the simulations like we get some open sources like that, but in Delhi we get all paid like MATLAB, whatever you do. You have a cadence license also whenever you want to use it. I don't know as of now, but when I was studying, then we don't have a MATLAB license. We generally prefer the open source software at that time. Essential regarding extracurricular activities, I don't know, but yes, if people are interested, they can go with their extracurricular activities. So generally, one thing that I learned from IIT Bhilai is that whatever may be situation, whatever may be deadline, we can do anything in that those deadlines. So we can get a very good time management skills. And regarding the take any extracurricular activities that you by default manage with your studies only. So I don't need to give any comments on. So when I was doing my B.Tech, so I was more interested on machine learning, not machine learning basically. So at that time I was interested more on digital signal processing, which was a part of a ML program. So, and when I gradually grow with a third year and fourth year, then I'm more inclined on machines and power systems. So regarding the personal growth, being I'm just about to complete my 1 year of it, so it's hard to comment as of now. But might be in future it might help. But as such, it was a good experience while doing an internship. So I've done my internship with Sumona Chakravarti, who is a professor. At that time, he was assistant professor at IIT Hyderabad. So courses I took many courses, but two professors and two faculties I will remember the most. One was Abhishek Adhikari sir, and the second is Prashant sir. They helped me a lot while I was studying in the college also. So I think there has a significant contribution in my bachelor's. And regarding, so when I was uh, selecting my M.Tech colleges also, I do consult them which college to choose, and they help me a lot to take that decision. So one thing that I will tell all the future students who are in electrical, so apart from just focusing on class lectures, do focus on some NPTEL. Don't just focus on LinkedIn what they are asking each per line item, and there are right now whatever you can search in YouTube. If you want to focus on core electrical, there are only three or four subjects that you can pursue in VLSI, or either in control systems, either in if you want to go for like a digital signal processing or higher studies. There are three to four main subjects that you can focus on, like analog digital electronics, analog electronics. If you go with control systems and some digital signal processing course, and these courses you can go with it. And there is no hard recommendation that you do this only. There are many YouTube channels that tell do this, you will get it. You see those videos. Please also refer comments also. And generally, if you want to crack any interview for VLSS, please stick to NPTEL and have a good concepts of your bachelor subjects. It will help you a lot. And I think that's that should be more than enough. So one thing that I will tell all the future students who are in electrical, so apart from just focusing on class lectures, do focus on some NPTEL. Don't just focus on LinkedIn what they are asking each per line item, and there are right now whatever you can search in YouTube. If you want to focus on core electrical, there are only three or four subjects that you can pursue in VLSI, or either in control systems, either in if you want to go for like a digital signal processing or higher studies. There are three to four main subjects that you can focus on. Best memories. So there are many of that, like having a hostel life, night life. Sometimes it's too hot, so we are sleeping in classrooms also at that time. We have some good Telugu friend gang. So there are many, and I miss those days really. So yes, IIT Bhilai. So when we were studying, so all were open sources and everything was scratch. Like at that time, we used to get one Raspberry Pi and attached with an CPU for there, and we generally do all the coding. Whatever we do, we use the Raspberry Pi. And so the one thing that helped me a lot is that jugaad system that we learned in bachelor's now. So it mainly helped me in this working in the professional also, because we are always in the mood of a solution oriented, not in the no no ye problem hum nahi kar sakte aisa nahi karke. So we generally focus on the solution oriented, which helped me a lot in the professional growth also, because here also I always think about it, what could be done. Something if board is not working, power is not up, so what are other options? If wire is not there, what are else other options are there? So being an electrical engineer from IIT Bhilai, so one thing I learned, there are many other things like basic concepts were clear. So one thing which they can focus more on that was they could give a more VLSI hands-on to the people. Uh, so when I was studying, so there was VLSI was pretty much. So I think at that time might be it has been improved as of now. I don't know, but the VLSI thing should be improved when I was studying. I think at this.